Okay. Hi everyone.
Hi.
We are from LAX2003 Group 9 movie review. Okay, today this our third video, third discussion video. Okay. Today we want to discuss
To choose one movie.
To choose the second movie. Okay, now before this we introduce ourselves first. Okay, my name is CHEONG. My metric number is 1X7724.
Hi everyone, my name is LOW YllN and my matrix number is 187002.
Hi everyone, my name is RAYYAN. My magic number is 191415.
Hi there, and my name is LOW YllN JIAN, matrix number 187827.
My name is OONG, matrix number 188635.
My name is ZIYU. My matrix number is 199536.
My name is CHEONG. My matrix number is 187463.
My name is ALYSHA and my matrix number is 189479.
My name is TONG. My matrix number is 186811.
My name is NICO and I'm from Douglas. My matrix number is 190783.
Want to start first?
I start first. I will suggest the movie at the theme of fantasy. Fantasy, the movie is a movie that very fantastic and very wonderful and see the movie will feel very happy. So I will suggest the movie under the category is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And this movie is written by J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter writer, author, and then this movie also the prequel of the Harry Potter. So in this movie, the
Main character.
will find the beast, the fantasy beast in the U.S. America. UK. And then this movie will show a lot of the fantastic beasts and then will show their personality of every beast and then how the main character will find the beast and then how they train the beast.
Okay. I would like to support my friend Jen in fantasy. Actually, there are two more movies that I like in the genre of fantasy. Is Doctor Strange and Alice in the Wonderland.
Yes.
So I will discuss on Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland, there is a lot of version. Actually, got cartoon and fantasy, but we will see the real people one. So the story is about two sisters fighting for one kingdom. One with very big head and one is quite normal. And so Alice is the warrior to help the queen to fight for the kingdom. So I won't tell a lot, so let y'all see the movie. So but I please support fantasy Alice in Wonderland. What do you think, Hon?
Okay. I would like to suggest the movie that in the group of adventure. And the movie I recommend is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Because I think everyone watched about the movie series of Jurassic World, and actually I'm not sure I watched this Fallen Kingdom series or not. And it's about dinosaur.
Yes, I watched it. Very nice.
And I think it's about science.
Yes.
Biology.
Can learn something.
Okay. I give
my opinion, because I'm a person who more like watching drama series rather than watching movie. So I still stick to my romance movie, Titanic. But everyone watched that before, so I don't need to roughly say about the summary. But actually, Titanic is talking about the love story of Jack and Rose. So just because like I'm not watching too much movie, so but I'm still will listen to everyone's opinion and the suggested movie and vote for the best one. Yes.
Okay, I also support fantasy team.
Yes.
Fantasy team.
Good. Okay. I want to suggest Doctor Strange because
You are strange.
at the movie I watched the review and then the doctor. He is a doctor and then
Magician.
and his
Surgeon,
body
surgeon.
injured and then his hand cannot operate again. Do operation. I don't know why. I haven't watched it yet. And then got many fighting scenes. Very nice one. Better than the animals just now.
The animal movie is still good.
Okay, yes.
For me, for a boy. Okay,
Oh, boy.
I more like fighting scenes. Okay. So,
I'd like to recommend one movie is under biographic because I always like read books also about biography because this is non-fiction and history based stories, so we can learn more about this kind of stories or movie. And the name of the movie is The King's Speech. And in the first place, I like this movie because this movie is produced by the UK, and I like to hear the British pronunciation is very authentic. And the second place is because I think this movie, the moral value is very good. It's very meaningful movie, and the story generally is talking about one of the king. He is stumble. That means he always has problem speak fluently. And one time he has to give a speech to all the publics in the nation. So he employ one people to train himself to recover his problem, but he still cannot manage to do it. In the day of he need to give the speech. In the starting part of the speech, he's still very difficult to speak fluently. And because I watched this movie long time ago, I think I forgot the ending part. But I still now I recall my memory. I still feel this is a very good movie. I'd like to recommend to you all, and we can watch together. Thank you.
I also quite support to your point about the biological the movie, but it's not it. But I would help you to elaborate more about this because this King's Speech is quite famous and it got 4 prizes. One is the best actor, male actor, and then the best movie, and the other 2 I don't really know what is it. And this movie is very challenging because the English they use is very complicated, and then the story you won't get it very easily because you got to have some knowledge about the history on Europe, and you will just like stare at the movie, and then you don't know what is happening, you know. And I still remember the first time I watched it, I was like, what? And then I continued to watch all the movie, but still I still don't get it. What is it? But it can be recommended for the whole of us, because it is quite a very interesting movie. But in my opinion, I would like to propose my view. I would like to watch this movie called Lincoln. I actually have never been watched this before. Actually, because Lincoln is one of the prime minister in U.S. and
Lincoln is
president, not prime minister. because we are staying in Malaysia, we call our president as prime minister. So there would be some confusing English mistakes, and that's why it makes me very interested in watching this. I think that this movie, in the ending, that people say that this Mr. Lincoln died. But still there will be a lot of moral value in it. So I recommend this movie. And that's all for me.
Me or you first? I'll go first, okay. So for me, because I'm a Marvel fan, so for me, I would like to choose the Doctor Strange or the Black Panther. And Black Panther is also a story about a journey of a king, how to become a mercy king. And then let me tell some introduction of this movie. And it's at the beginning of this movie is related to the Avengers, so I don't want to go deeper. So after his father died, the Prince T'Chaka, I don't know, I already forgot the T'Challa or T'Chaka. The father is Chala or Chaka? Chala, and then his son T'Chaka, right?
His son is teacher.
It's okay.
Chala. Okay, and then after that, he will receive the throne from his father. So there are some story will happen behind, and then we can see through all the difficulties and the choices he made. So how he become a mercy king instead of his people and the people around the world. How he will like to choose how to choose, because he can either choose to open the technology to the people around the world, or just keep isolated from all around the world. So I don't want to spoil so much. So if you guys are interested, you can go and watch. And yeah, I will recommend this video and then Doctor Strange.
For me, I would suggest Shutter Island. It's under the category mystery. So it's for the actor Leonardo DiCaprio. I guess everyone knows him. He's like in the movie, his character is as a U.S. officer. He's trying to investigate about a criminal who ran away from a hospital for mentally ill people. This woman killed her 3 kids, and she escaped from the island, and he went there with his partner, trying to investigate where she went, where she escaped, so he can find her. But at the end, he found out that the doctors, his job sent him to this hospital, so he get locked there because he went crazy after his wife killed his kids as well. But he doesn't know he went crazy. So after all of that, it's like a lot of once you watch this movie, you will have a lot of questions, which will keep you watching it till the end. until you reach to the final answer. So it's interesting. So it's just everyone to watch it.
Many questions.
Many questions, yeah.
Alright, for me, I agree with Abdulrahman's choice of the Shutter Island because I've known that this movie is quite you need to work your brain when you watch this movie because when you watch it you become questions, you have questions, and then you watch again, you have questions, and until now I still don't get the movie. but then that's what makes it interesting, yeah, because it doesn't have a final ending or final answer of what actually happened. So it's a crime movie where you also try to solve the thing. That's when you see how smart you are. Other than that is I like drama, which is a more serious tone, but it still relates to reality, especially the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah, this is a movie about a father and a son, which this father is I think in the movie itself, it's the time where black people, dark-skinned people is quite oppressed. Yeah, because in America, there's the dark ages where black people is not that acceptable last time. So this is a little bit of that era, and we can see how the father is doing everything to just give the son something to hope for. Yeah, so it's the whole movie talks about how this bond of family is building up as the father face troubles in work and at home as well. So this is the two movies that I think I recommend. Yeah.
Anyone want to add on or give more stronger point on your own movie so that we can take time to watch the movie?
Actually, I'm not a person that like to watch movies, so I will follow you all. So
You vote?
We want to vote for the movie that we suggest. Just now we have suggested, everyone suggested one, or we just like finalize a few and we vote for them.
or we select the categories first, and then only
I think most of the movie that everyone suggested is under the
fantasy,
fantasy.
and then
Yeah.
Biography. Crime.
crime.
Biographic.
Mystery.
Mystery.
No, it's mystery.
Fantasy,
Mystery, fantasy,
Comedy.
Adventure.
Comedy.
biographical.
Like every category.
Drama.
Three categories.
Yeah, fantasy,
Fantasy.
Mystery,
mystery,
biographical.
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 So we just vote for these three categories first, then we only go deep.
Okay.
Okay. So anyone want to vote for mystery? Please raise up your hand. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. How many people want to vote for fantasy? Please raise up your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So how many person want to vote for biography? 1, 2, 3,
Can
4,
vote two,
5.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, which one you want to vote?
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Okay. Just now again for the biography. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the winner will be mystery.
Mystery have what movie?
So under
Just now
mystery,
we
just
suggest-
now
Yes,
The
they
Shutter
suggested,
Island,
yeah, the
the-
Shutter Island.
Da Vinci Code.
I think I have problem if I watch mystery movie. I cannot understand.
Really?
Oh. So how about we change
We change the category.
Is it
We change.
the second?
Second.
The second one, actually the fantasy and biography have the same word.
So
So now we
choose
vote.
one.
I got word for mystery.
oh, okay. So now we choose one. We work again. No?
So one person got only one vote. Okay, so for fantasy, please raise up your hand.
Okay.
Okay, so fantasy will be the winner. So under fantasy, there will be Alice in the Wonderland, Doctor Strange, Fantastic Beasts, and Where to Find Them, Miss,
Peregrine.
and the Golden Compass.
I think we choose the three that we have discussed.
The first three,
Yeah, the first three we have discussed.
Wonderland, Doctor Strange, and Fantastic Beasts. So okay. So we vote for Alice in the Wonderland, Doctor Strange, or Fantastic. Okay, so who wants to vote for the
Can I vote too? Can I vote for
You
for
vote
this
too?
one person to vote.
Okay.
Okay. So for the first one, Alice in the Wonderland. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for Doctor Strange.
10.
9. For
Oh,
Fantastic Beasts. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
So the highest vote is
Doctor Strange. Okay.
So we have to find a time to watch the movie together.
Yeah,
And
I think we can discuss in our WhatsApp group since everyone got our own timetable. Yeah. So just that's all. That's all from us.
Thank you.
Thank you.